Good morning. Welcome to Two Guns Pick-6 party. I'm Brooke Kromer. This is Two Gun. Two Gun, how you feeling today? It's what, week 17? This is wild.
I know. I appreciate you powering through it. I can see it in your eyes, Brooke. You're like, I'm going to power through this. I am sick, but I'm not going to show any weakness. I am going to power
No
through.
weakness.
In some way, I feel the same. It's been a long season, and I'm going to power through it. This is the biggest week, the second biggest week of the year for me.
Yeah.
It's the DraftKings main event. It's a $10 million tournament with a $3,000, $300 entry, $3,300, four threes to enter, 3,300 basically. So it's 2 million at first, million. It's already filled. Like you can't enter it now.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I know Brooke, you're just like shit. I want to like throw 33 grand and put in 10 entries right now, but
What, to go lose? No, thank you.
you can't. I'm just saying you can't. Even if you want to, you can't.
Good.
They filled it already.
Thank God.
No,
I don't even have the temptation now.
I know. I can't even be like, hey, viewers, go play it. Like you had to have already entered, or but most people probably entered because they won like an entry. Like they won like
I wouldn't want to play. I wouldn't want to play against you anyways. I think
I'm
I
only
have no shot.
I only have 20 entries in it. Like I'm not even 1% of the entries.
Oh wow. This is
I,
gonna be big.
yeah, I know. I feel so small. I'm not even,
No, you're gonna win it all. So
Brooke,
it doesn't
next year,
even
Brooke, I'm
matter.
gonna max that. I'm gonna max enter that tournament just to be like, two gun, you know. And of course, if I max lose, I'll be like,
Yeah, whatever. Didn't happen. Never
yeah,
have
I'll
to
be
talk
like,
about it
well,
again.
I mean, bullshit, blah blah blah.
What are you even talking about? Never heard of it. Never heard of that
Football
competition.
sucks. What am I doing with this? But I'll do that in by myself in private. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, football doesn't suck. We have a whole day of very important games, a lot of playoff implications.
Are they though? Your Bills are
Some,
they can't get they can't get the bye.
wow, this is true. But my Rams can still get in.
I mean, which is
And
kind
that's
of
really
BSB right because they beat the Chiefs.
right. Tell me about it, too, God. If
I
you
know,
want to
I
go
know.
on a
This
rant,
is
I'll go
one
on
thing
a rant.
I know. It's how to get Mean Girls going and how to get them to like start spouting shit and talking shit.
Yeah, start
And
talking
I
about the
don't like get a
Chiefs.
huge Mean Girl vibe out of you, but like there's a little bit in there. There's some in there. Like you spent
I feel
way
like
too
deep
much time
down,
on guys.
honestly,
What?
on game day is like the closest I get to Mean Girl. Because, man, game day, I mean, everything I say, I'm sorry, but I'm really not. Because, if you ever sit next to me in the stands, you might be a little scared. This guy turned around the other day and said, I've learned some words today. And I said, well, I'm sorry, coach's daughter. You can't help it.
I will say in a football stadium, you're probably like higher on the Mean Girl scale than others
Oh,
because
yeah.
I mean, how many like solid like A+ Mean Girls go to a football game? Like, no, they're not going to a football game. They're like, yeah, I'm not going to a football game. No, you go to the football game. I'm going to go get my hair done, or I'm going
Yeah,
to go
especially
blah
in
blah
the
blah.
freezing, especially
Yeah,
in
like especially if
Buffalo.
it's still like, yeah. So like honestly, like it's kind of like you're almost like playing single A Mean Girl. Like you can take out any of those people there. It just takes a little bit of talent, a little bit of Mean Girl talent to be like
Oh,
top dog there. You know what I'm saying?
I shut down some people. Like, you're saying the wrong
I
thing. You're thinking like that was a hold. No, no, it wasn't. I will shut you down. It's kind of embarrassing. I leave every game and I'm like, should I have been nicer? Maybe. Maybe I should have went a little easier on that guy.
you gotta show him who's boss. At least with that. You know what I mean?
True.
You
True.
gotta show.
Especially like when you get into the nitty-gritty of like week 17. Like, come on. It's been a long year. I mean, I'm just letting it all go.
All right, all right.
Luckily I'm at
By
home
the way,
today.
one last segment or whatever before we actually start talking football Pick-6 stuff
Yeah, we should
is
probably get
it's
started.
always fun whenever like because like I'm not that rich, right? So there's like all these like other richer people than me, especially like these boomers that are richer than me, right? And they kind of like every now and then they kind of want to flex a little bit. I always tell my dad, like because like my dad, it's really like my dad's friends or whatever, or like just random people he knows. I'm like, you just have to ask them like, why don't they own their own street? Like it's the ultimate it's the ultimate shutdown flex. Like because it's like, oh my god, you have all this money and you have all these houses and you don't even own your own street.
Like what are you doing?
I thought bought his own street and named after his DraftKings username when he was like 40, and you're like talking about this like Hawaii this or blah 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 that, and you don't even own your own street. Like, who are you? Like,
who even are you?
Yeah, like what's the point?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm just saying, like, Mean Girl, it's a talent. It's a talent, and it's a talent. It's something in the football stadium that not too many people have. So I'm not saying, Brooke, that you're like mega mean girl or anything, but you have enough to show them who's boss.
Just enough.
And that's why we
all game day.
And that's why we all love you. All right. Now let's see if I'm awake enough to talk Pick-6, because it's funny because there's been so many games this week. Even though everyone plays, there's not that many games this afternoon. We're mainly going to talk about the 1 p.m. games. There's only 2 4 p.m. games. I don't even know if they have that many lines available for that Cleveland game because
why? Because why?
Because why?
Why would you?
And I just don't really feel like talking about the Packers game that much. Like, everyone's going to want to talk about the Packers game. Just like, let's talk about something better. Let's start with an easy one. Let's start with your Bills. Obviously, who are you going over with on the Bills? I'm going to put you down and make you choose between Josh Allen passing and James Cook rushing. I'm gonna shut you down a little bit, Brooke. Or at least, which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? I'm not saying you hate the other one, but which one's your favorite?
Well, I'm not even looking at James Cook today because I'm going Josh Allen over pass yards. I am.
It's really not that many.
You're right. Exactly.
Is there any sort of weird weather I need to know about? I always forget about weather because it's like 70 degrees and beautiful in Houston.
In the Bills, I don't even know what it is in Buffalo today. Probably there's snow.
I'm not seeing anything's too bad. Unless I see it really has to be like snowstorms. It can't just be like rain or cold or a little bit of wind. A little bit of wind's not going to stop Josh Allen or stop Aaron Rodgers. Like, no, it needs to be a freaking blizzard. Otherwise,
like last week was absolutely freezing there. Like, my dad said halfway through the game, he couldn't even call in the plays anymore because his mouth was frozen. So if it's that cold, that's when you have issues. But I don't think it's going to be that cold today. I don't know. Haven't heard it through the family chat yet if they're getting their little booties and their electronic stuff.
Yeah, not going to lie. Y'all's offense was not. I mean, you won the game, but it was not electric.
Cold. What are you supposed to do?
Exactly. Maybe I know. Maybe you're right. Maybe the cold, or maybe I underthink the cold. Maybe the cold matters more.
Only when it's that cold. Like, it was 0 degrees. That's cold. If it's like 30 degrees, that's like summertime for them. But 0 degrees, you're frozen. You're not. I mean, how's your arm working? Josh Allen's funny bone got hit, and he couldn't feel his arm for 10 minutes because the blood wouldn't flow down into it. Like, that's how cold it was. There's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I remember. I went to college in Chicago, so I know.
Oh, Chicago's another level with the wind.
Yeah, so like basically, when you wake up, you look at the weather. You look at how cold it is. If it's in the 30s or even the 20s, you're like, all right. If it's like, if it's in the teens, you're like, oh shit. And then if it's like below 10, you're like, and
don't go outside.
Like, let's just say, here's me, here's my class. I don't just like walk down the street. Hell no. I go through like building to another building to like a 10-minute walk takes 20 minutes because we went through building to building. Anyways, I'm not going to that shit about cities and cold weather. Anyways, I'm just going to say I like living in Texas and
me in Florida.
Yeah,
here we are.
God bless those that live in cold places.
Yeah.
But
all you and I had to worry about was tornadoes.
It doesn't have to be for everyone. Like, more cold for you. More cold for you. It's not for me. More for you. Like, you have it. Like, God bless you.
Yeah, good on you, Bills Mafia. Y'all sit through the freezing cold. They don't even care. I cared. I sat under the heaters. I'm sorry.
All right, but back to your game. Since it's not that cold, who is he throwing it to? Who is he throwing it to? There's a guy I love. There's a guy line here I absolutely adore. I just want to like kiss his cheeks and pinch him, and then he's gonna like smack me and be like, "Get off me, dude!" But like, I love it that much.
I don't think he's gonna like that.
No,
I
he's not.
have Keon Coleman over receptions, and then Shakir over receiving yards. So I got a
Okay.
little bit of both there, but breaking it
All
up
right,
at
I'm
3
not
yards
saying
per
reception from Keon Coleman, but at
Oh,
23 and a
darn it.
half, like all you need is like one, and he's probably gonna get that anyways. So you like
Okay.
Shakir,
Okay.
and you like Coleman, and I also I certainly don't hate either of those. I especially like the Coleman one call. Anyways, I'll let you finish your thought though before I cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. I actually have Ray Davis rush yards if they have him still, because it was really low.
I shouldn't
They
have
don't have him.
I should have let you talk more. I should have just cut you off because you're saying good things, and then you started talking about Ray Davis rush yards.
He was at like 10 yards. Like, what are we going to do? Put James Cook out there? Let's go Ray Davis and just let him run a little bit. It was like so low that it was like a gimme. It was like, I can't not. I
I
can't
want to
not
talk
take
about
it.
Dalton Kincaid. I want to talk about Dalton Kincaid
All
because
right.
this guy, like, he had a bad game last week, but so did everybody. He wasn't playing that much. Then he had 53 yards before. Going into the season, he was almost the presumptive top pass catcher for this team. He's been getting 7 targets like each game. I feel like he's a good route runner. I just kind of like this. I like this right here. I mean, I don't think he's going to get 100 yards or anything like that, but I feel like Dalton Kincaid is just, he's back. He's better than ever, and I think he's not really getting the respect he should be getting with this line of 34.5. So I like the more there.
I'm a big fan. I love
Yeah.
Dalton Kincaid.
We have to talk about the Jets, or do you not
Yeah.
want to talk about Jets?
No, we can talk about him. Give him some
Is there
love.
anything you like on the Jets?
Aaron Rodgers, his pass yards were pretty low. What are they now?
220.5.
Maybe he goes over. What do you think?
Well, who are you going to pair him with then? I mean, I feel like you got to pair him.
Well, he's trying to get to Devontae Adams today. There's some touchdown. I'm going to butcher
How many
this,
total
but
touchdowns does he have?
what?
How many total career touchdowns is he at 499 or is he
I
at
think, yeah, and he's going for 500 today, and he wants it to go to Devontae Adams. So I think he's going to be pushing it to Devontae Adams today. So
Okay.
this is his fifth,
Yeah,
his
he's
500.
at 499 touchdowns. Okay. He's at 499 touchdowns. So as long as he gets a touchdown today, he's at 500. I feel like you can't not go with Devontae Adams.
I agree.
I'm going to say this. I'll talk about it more with Alex. I'm going to friggin' force Devontae Adams in more of my lineups.
Yeah.
Because they got nothing to play for.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. They're playing for his 500 touchdown to Devontae Adams. Now, the Bills know this, so they might, like, triple cover Devontae Adams, okay?
Which would be fun.
What? Right. It's almost like the type of thing where it's like you're trying to force your side piece and your wife to love each other. It's like you're trying to force the issue. Everything's against you, but you still make it happen. I feel like that's Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers. You like that? You like that analogy?
That was an interesting
analogy. It makes sense, though, right? Everything seems like it's against you, but you're going to make it happen.
It makes sense. It does.
They just click. They just click.
Yes.
So there you go.
Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams all day. I think that's the best bet there.
Yeah, I mean, he may be triple covered, especially in the end zone, but he's going to get the damn ball. He's going to get the damn ball. Unless Garrett Wilson's, like, wide open.
True. But I don't think he will be.
Like, he might, Aaron Rodgers is going to have to throw it to Garrett Wilson sometimes, so he's, like, double covered. He's just double covered. But otherwise, like Trey McBride got his touchdown. These teams with nothing to play for, that's what they had to play for. So I think you got to go Devontae Adams. I like Devontae Adams anything in this game, and I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna force him in more of my lineups because
get to it.
Yeah, I don't care what they say. It's the Devontae Adams kind of day.
The Devontae Adams kind of day. I like it.
All right.
Which game we going to next? Which one you liking?
Let's talk about a boring game. You know what? Let's talk about this Colts game. Nope, they won't even let us talk about the Colts game.
Rainy and nasty. They're like, hell no.
Like, they won't let us talk about the Phillies game, the Eagles game. Sorry, I call them the Phillies because I'm old. All right, let's talk about another high-scoring game. They're not going to let? Okay, they're going to let's talk about this game, right? Well, they're just looking at the wrong. You know what? Maybe I was just like looking at the wrong thing. See, you can talk about these other games. All right, we'll talk about one good game. It's not really a good game. It's just like a potentially high-scoring game, and that's this Carolina Tampa Bay game. Do you want to lead off with this game? All of a sudden, I got a headache. I was talking too much. I'm gonna let you talk.
Let's do it. All right. Well, who am I even liking in this? Well, on the Bucks side, Baker Mayfield over pass yards going to Mike Evans. That's who I'm pairing on that side of the ball.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of rushing, but you don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I will say I like Jalen McMillan a lot at 41.5.
All right.
Let's
I
look
like
at this.
that.
Ever since he's really come on as the wide receiver too. To me, I abhor using like the like a slam dunk or anything like that. That's just nothing I will ever say about football. But this has to be one of the lines I like the most. I'm wondering what the nerds think. Do you think the nerds like it? I bet the nerds like it.
I bet the nerds like it. Seems like a nerdy pick.
All right. Did you do your homework? Did you do
Not
your
on
homework
the nerd site.
on the nerds with our Pick-6 tool? Did you do your homework?
I didn't listen to the nerds today.
You know what? It's winter break. Who listens to the nerds? Who does our homework?
I listened to my gut.
Who listens like who does the summer reading? Like whenever the teacher assigns you winter break or summer reading, like and it's like optional, like who does that?
Well, if it's optional, I never did it. But if they were going to ask me questions, I was too scared. I had to do it.
Brooke, I remember one time I did it because my cousin said to do it, who was older, and she took the class. She's like, read this one book. You're going to over the summer because you're going to read it during class anyways. And this way you know. So I read it. I'm still not sure I feel about it. Like I could have just done it like during school. Like why did I do it over the summer?
It's still bothering you to this day.
I'm not sure if it bothers me. I just remember that I did it. I'm not sure what the lesson is. I just did it. She's just kind of like smarter than me. You know, like I think she got a PhD. She kind of like just like more than I did. You know, it's just a different way of looking at things.
Listen to your elder cousins.
Yeah, she's like a year older than me. She's like not that much older. I got like one. No, that's not true. I got some older cousins. I got one older guy cousin. He was like 3.5 years. I remember thinking he was so cool when I was a kid. He still is cool, by the way.
I hope he's listening, so he knows that.
Yeah, he's actually doing my pool for my new house.
Oh,
yeah, he owns a pool.
Pool.
Yeah,
getting a pool in.
He also is doing the lazy river.
TwoGun's, send him my way. I'm moving into a new house in like 15 days. I need a pool. I want a pool.
Really? I mean,
send him to Florida. Let's go.
I don't know if he's going to fly all the way out to Florida to do it, but
like a 13-hour drive. That'll be good.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, let me go to our nerd sites.
Give us the nerds.
All right. Okay. So it likes Jalen Coker a lot, which I figure I like Jalen Coker a lot as well. It's not super high on Jalen McMillan. It says 53.2, which is still 2.5 stars. And like I said, I thought it should be close to 50. I mean, in general, loves the Moors in this game because this game should kind of go crazy. So the nerds like it too. Long story short, they agree.
What are you taking on the Panthers side of the ball? I don't even know where to go with that one. I have like Adam Thielen. I know he's going to get a touchdown.
I like Jalen Coker a lot. He's this is a team that's thinking about the future, and he's shown some actual little bit of talent. I think he's going to get a kind of peppered with targets, and I like him in DFS. I like him in this as well.
There you go.
You know, it acts like it has this. It's a 3-star. 20 yards higher projection. Like, I mean, our Pick-6 optimizer is really loving you stacking this game. Let's just leave it at that.
There you go.
Let's just leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
Stack it up.
All right.
Stack it up.
All right. Let's, we got time for
games are they?
All right.
What are they letting us do?
People aren't telling me to do things. You know, if you do get into YouTube and you do comment, I'll actually probably talk about your comments, believe it or not. But you only got like 2 minutes, so probably too late.
Too
Um,
late.
okay.
I mean, the Raiders Saints. I
Let's
know a lot
talk
of
about
overs on that
talk
stuff.
about a bottom of barrel type game. You want to talk about this Raiders Saints game?
Yeah, that's where I was going.
You really want to talk about this Raiders Saints game?
I mean, I got some overs. I mean, I feel like it'll be easy. Like over Spencer Rattler pass yards.
Is
Give the
that?
over on O'Connell.
I mean, he had 150 last game, and they put up no points. So maybe it is.
I feel like just go with it.
Who are you going to throw it to?
Oof. Oof.
The highest person is Jawan Johnson at 26.5. I will say, it makes it easier. Look, if Spencer Rattler is going to get there, and you throw it to, like you click all these guys. I mean, you got yourself a friggin' pick 5 just with 5 guys, each of them just needing 1 or 2 catches. So
No, I like
maybe
that.
there's something. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something there. You know.
I kind of like it, but maybe pick like a couple less.
I'm thinking. I kind of like this idea. I kind of like the Spencer Rattler idea
All right.
because he just doesn't need much. I'm really getting on this. I'm really getting on this, Brooke. I'm gonna play this
You're
game.
actually gonna do it.
Play this game. I'm gonna win all the monies from DraftKings this week on their Pick-6.
I'm about to go
Oh my
put that one
God,
in
yeah.
actually
Oh my
too.
God. Now, you know what?
That one's going in for me too. With a little
So
Aiden O'Connell, I mean, you can let him pass some
yeah, see,
stuff
that's a lot easier. It's like, who do you want, Brock Bowers or Jacoby Myers? Do you have a
too.
preference?
That's literally I had kind of both of them. They
You
were
can
low
see,
enough.
it's funny. Brock Bowers is far more volatile than Jacoby Myers. If that's
Jacoby Myers, I feel like, is what everyone's kind of leaning towards this week.
why is that?
I don't know. Why not? It's Jacoby Myers. I feel like he's got a little bit more stability.
Yeah, and I guess the line's lower.
There
So
you go.
you know, you don't always have to do it like bring it back both ways. Is there any game we want to do the lesses on? You know what? I kind of want to do a little bit of less on
What do you think?
is the Colts. I just think Joe
Oh,
Flacco's old. This
oh,
is something about okay. I hate to rag on the old guys because I am an old guy. Listen, an old guy, like I want to tell you like our dirty secret. Like once we hit a certain age, we just suck. We just
mm.
can't do it anymore.
Try and
And
tell
I
Aaron
think
Rodgers that.
Flacco might be
Well,
there.
I guess he did.
I don't want to like piss him off, and now he's going to throw for 400 yards. And I like
Yeah.
enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a Joe Flacco lineup in one of my 20, just because I can't hate on the old guy and then not use the old guy. Like I'm just pissing off the DFS gods there. So I'll have one Joe Flacco lineup, but like if I think I'm taking these lessons, I'm taking these
Yeah.
lessons because I think they're just
It's kind
you
of
know
fun. I like
what
it. It's kind
I
of
just
fun.
it's old. I don't know. That's all
He's
I got.
old.
That's all I
I remember,
got.
like, I feel like a decade ago, he was like unflackable. And it's like, where
Even
did that guy
last
go?
year, like when we played for the Browns, and look how bad the Browns are. And he made the Browns team look
Always.
good. He made the Browns
Yeah.
team look good. But when he came, like when they benched Richardson and he came in, and he kind of sucked for those few games. I think that kind of says what it says. Like it's not like Joe Flacco is like folding under the pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's just old. You know,
He's old.
I
Sorry. Sorry,
hate
Joe
it.
Flacco.
I hate it. I hate talking about us old people.
You just, geez, hard on him.
All right, I think that's it. I got to
I
get on
think
my
you
show,
go
Alex.
for your other show.
If you're
I'm gonna
a
go talk with Alex.
subscriber, watch us. I'll let Brooke say a few
Absolutely.
more things. I'm going to
Well,
let her.
good luck
I
today.
feel like Brooke talk. I'm going to let Brooke talk.
No, I want to say good luck today because you got a big day. Go win some money. I'm gonna go make some Raiders and Saints picks. See how that ends up for us. But I like it. And go Bills. I'm gonna be a little Josh Allen right now. Go Bills.
Sounds good. I can't believe I got everyone excited about Spencer Rattler. We'll see how that goes.
I liked it. This is kind of fun.
All right.
Let's go with it. All right. Goodbye, everybody, and good luck today, TwoGun. Go
All
make
right.
some
Thank
money.
you. Talk soon.